Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am sharing with you all my best of in beauty for the year 2020. Before we begin with today's video, I'd love to welcome all of those who have recently subscribed to my channel. Welcome. My name is Nadia and I'm a licensed esthetician who loves to test and review skincare products. Feel free to add me on all of my other social media platforms. I will link those down below for you. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you have yet to subscribe to the channel, and make sure that you hit the notification bell so that you are notified whenever there is a brand new upload. First off, let's start with primer. I know that a lot of people either prime or don't prime, and I feel like I'm camp both. Sometimes I will prime the skin. Other times I will just use my SPF as a primer. In 2020, however, when I did reach for primers, I reached for both of these. First off, I do have the Ulla Henriksen Banana Bright Primer. This is the second unit that I have used this year. If you have dull skin, 2 pumps of this will give your skin a glow. I feel like it does a really good job, especially under matte foundations such as this one, to hydrate the skin and give it a glow without you looking too dewy. Or it actually helps to make matte foundations feel really comfortable over the skin. This is the primer that I am wearing underneath the foundation. I feel like it looks really good. My skin feels comfortable and balanced. I do have just a moisturizer under my foundation today as I am filming at night. Really enjoyed it this year. I do love the packaging and the pump. I feel like 2 pumps is definitely just the right amount to prime the skin. My next favorite primer is the Bite Beauty Changemaker Skin Optimizing Primer. Now, they have 2 different formulas for their primer. This one is for normal to oily skin, and they have one for dry to normal skin. I pair this primer with the actual Bite Beauty Changemaker foundation, and I find that it just gives my skin a very healthy glow, and the foundation itself has a kind of velvety finish to the skin that can be a little mattifying, but I feel like this primer just does a really good job at giving me a glow but not making me look oily at the end of the day. I do take about a pea-sized amount and just apply it over the skin right before I go in with the foundation. Sorry if you can hear Toby outside. He is out barking. For foundation, I do have the Exo High Fidelity Semi-Satin Foundation. Now, this is my most favorite foundation of 2020, and it's also a 2020 release. I just found out, thanks to one of you, that this is now available at Ulta. That's amazing. So now you can pick up the Exo Beauty Foundation at Ulta. I love the versatility of this particular foundation, as I can use it with both my beauty sponge or my favorite foundation brush. I love the skin-like finish. It has a medium to buildable coverage, and you can build on it without it looking too cakey over the skin. I just love the satin finish of this. It looks like actual skin, as opposed to what I have on now, which is the Makeup Forever a Matte Velvet Skin. This is a 24-hour coverage foundation. Now, the difference here is definitely this is clean beauty and this is not. I did use a lot of clean beauty. I had never previously used clean beauty products just because I felt like they didn't really target someone like me. I'm a person of color, and it's really hard to find your shades. The first foundation that I did try was the Bite Beauty Changemaker foundation, which has a number of shades available. This one has also a number of shades available. People with deeper skin tones can find their match. But then I started using like Ilia products, and it was very, very hard to find my shades there, just because I feel like there's not enough. So the Exo Beauty Foundation does a really good job at allowing people with deeper complexions to try clean beauty. I typically reach for this on an almost everyday basis. When I was working for like 3 weeks, I wore this foundation every day, and I just find it just comfortable to wear. It doesn't feel like I have a foundation over the skin. Next up, I have the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin Full Coverage 24-Hour Wear Foundation. This is the foundation that I have over the skin today. I am filming 3 different videos today, so I feel like I definitely needed something that held up. And that is what I find with this foundation. This is definitely a matte finish, completely different to the semi-satin foundation here. And this is full coverage. I feel like it's definitely taken care of all of the hormonal breakouts that I have going on. You can barely even tell the hyperpigmentation spot I have here in between my brows. Whenever I need the coverage, whenever I feel like my skin is not looking its best, I know that I can rely on this foundation to just make me look flawless. I just love this so much. My favorite method of application is definitely the beauty sponge. I feel like it shears it out enough to where it doesn't look too heavy on the skin, but I can still use this with my makeup brush. Next up, for setting powder, I do have the Bite Beauty Changemaker Flexible Coverage Pressed Powder. I have the shade medium 1. Initially, when I purchased this, I thought that it wasn't a good fit, but I feel like it has actually become a good fit for my skin tone. I like using this with a Sigma brush, and I typically use this foundation when I use the Ilia skin tint. Sometimes I will also use this to set my under eyes, but typically I just use it to kind of minimize the appearance of oils here along the T-zone. I don't use this alone at all. I typically just use it to set my foundation and to minimize shine. I feel like it's finely milled as well. Now, next I have brow products. I have 2. These were the most that I used this year. First, I have the Rowan Beauty Bow Brow, and then I have a more like inexpensive brow product, which has been a staple here on my channel. It is the Colourpop Brow Boss. My only gripe with Colourpop is that because they launch what it feels like products every week, they hardly ever restock on products like brow products, and they really need to pay attention to that. Ash brown is my shade, but I was forced to pick up dark brown because that was the only thing that was in stock when I went on their website. But I really wish that they paid more attention to products such as these. And now this I think retails for $8. And then we have the Rowan Beauty Bow Brow in dark. Now, initially we had a rough start, but I definitely warmed up to this product, and I really enjoy it now. This is clean beauty, and this is not. This is, however, still cruelty-free and made in the USA. For mascara, I know that I had a mascara showdown, which I will link down below in case you missed it. The Kosas The Big Clean Mascara was a favorite. During the showdown, this mascara was like Flake City. Like, I had mascara all over my under eye. If you set your concealer, you will not have fallout. And if you don't set your concealer, you will have fallout. My favorite thing about this mascara is just the wand. just love the wand. The wand is a make it or break it for me. And I love wands such as this. It is the mascara I have on the eyes today. I used to use a lot of falsies here on the channel, but I just can't. I am just a mascara girl. So this was my favorite for 2020. And I did see that Bite Beauty is launching a mascara. So hopefully I can get my hands on that. And maybe do a Bite Beauty versus Kosas mascara showdown. For blush, I do have the Tower 28 Beach Please blushes. This was my favorite blush formula for 2020 in Magic Hour and Golden Hour. I am currently wearing the shade Magic Hour on the cheeks here, and yeah, I found out about this brand this year while playing with Clean Beauty, and I just love it. I was never a cream blush type of girl, but I just love how easy this is to apply. I'll just dip my ring finger in here, and then I'll start here along the edges and then just kind of work my way into the cheek. These are my go-to shades and the only ones I really have, but I definitely prefer Magic Hour for everyday wear. And I have Golden Hour. This was my go-to during summer. Oh my gosh, I just could not get enough of this shade. So I just really enjoyed this formula, and I can't wait to see what else they come up with in 2021. These are both Ilia products. For highlighter, I have the shade Decades here, and I just love using this with my Morphe brush. I have this on the cheeks, or the highest points of the cheeks today. This was literally the only highlighter I used in 2020, it feels like. I think that this was one of the first clean beauty products that I picked up, and I just cannot get enough of this formula. So I will use this along the highest points of the cheek. Sometimes I'll use it here along the chest, the nose, the inner corner highlight. Just love this shade. And then for bronzer, I did do a bronzer, like an Ilia versus Kosas bronzer showdown. So I will link that up above for you in case you would like to check it out. I have the Ilia Nightlight Bronzing Powder in Novelty. Now this is their deepest shade, and initially it was the only one that I was able to purchase because it was sold out all summer, and then late in August it came back in stock, but only this shade was available, so I picked it up anyway. This is what the shade looks like. And it's also the shade that I'm wearing here. The complexion. Sometimes I will use this as a crease shadow, especially when I am on the go. But this has been my go-to bronzer for 2020. I just love it so much. Eyeshadow palettes, I do have two. The first of which is the Aether Beauty Summer Solstice palette. I have given this palette plenty of use. As you can see, I stick primarily to like this side of the palette. I haven't played too much with these shades, but these shades are like my shades. I especially love this here for the brow bone, inner corner highlight, crease, and I just love this golden shade here. It is just beautiful. I love wearing that all over the lid. I have another one. Now this is a recent purchase, but I feel like Raw Beauty Kristi and Colourpop really knocked it out of the park with this entire collection, to be honest. And I feel like this palette can be used by, you know, lighter skin tones and darker skin tones. I definitely reach for like the greens a lot. I like wearing this shade here all over the lid and these as transition or crease shades. I haven't played much with this side. As you can probably see, there's some similarities between the shades that I do use from each palette and which ones that I don't. but I really enjoyed this palette. I feel like I wasn't really excited about way too many palettes this year. I feel like I learned my lesson from last year to where I just bought whatever I saw and I thought I would like, but then I just realized that I was wasting way too much money and not reaching enough for these palettes. So I feel like I really reeled it in as far as buying product, and I feel like in 2021 I want to do the same thing. I just don't want to generate so much waste. When I saw it, I knew that I wanted it because Colourpop releases things like every week, and from all of their releases, this was the palette that really caught my eye. I'm gonna say that these two are the best palettes for me in 2020. For single eyeshadow product, the Ilia Liquid Powder Chromatic Eye Tint. I love just how easy it is to use this product. My favorite combination is the bronzer and this shadow for like quick everyday looks. It is just so easy to work with. You just apply a thin line, work it out, and then you're good to go. I did do a kind of a liquid eyeshadow showdown between Ilia and Kosas, so I will link that up above in case you would like to have a look at how that showdown went. This is just a beautiful everyday shade. I'm just obsessed. I want to pick up another shade in 2021 and say, for example, like the spring months, maybe pick up like a rosier shade, but I am obsessed with both the formula and this shade. I do have some singles from the Colourpop Raw Beauty Kristi collection as well. I am wearing both of these shades on the lid today, and it is both the shade Olympic and Mycelium, and they look like this. I used to purchase a ton of Colourpop Super Shock shadows, but again in 2019, 2018, I just realized that I was spending way too much money and not using the products enough. I really just enjoyed these for, you know, a little sparkle. Now, I think all I have left is lip. Today I'm wearing the Rare Beauty Fearless shade, which is really pretty. But these are my favorites. Now, I feel like 2020 was the year of the gloss for me. I have a ton of like NARS lipsticks that have literally been collecting dust. I don't use them and I spent so much money on them. So again, 2021 is just going to be about me reeling it back in and only trying to buy products if I feel like I need them. My favorite formula for lip gloss in 2020 were the Tower Beauty Milky Lip Jellies. I think that's what they are. Shine On Lip Jelly. Love the shade Cashew and the shade Coconut. I just love this formula so much. I recently picked up the Raw Beauty Kristi Colourpop shade in Wildflower. The packaging is kind of worn off because it's what I have in my purse all the time, but I just love these three lip gloss shades. They're perfect like everyday nudes. That was the mood for 2020 because, you know, I was here at home all the time. Now, this is a recent fave, but this is the Rare Beauty Matte Lip Cream in Inspire. Now, this is a beautiful shade. I really like this formula. I feel like it's not drying at all. It's comfortable. It looks amazing on the lips, and it doesn't accentuate, you know, all the little lines that you have on the lips. So, you know, I feel like minis are the way to go, especially since we're wearing masks currently. So, you know, if you don't use a full-size unit at all with your lip products, try looking into minis. I feel like that's the way to go, especially since there's a ton of makeup releases. If you can find the mini, I would probably just buy the mini anyway. I don't have a concealer favorite. Let me know what your favorite concealer is in the comments down below. I would have, you know, just put in whatever concealer from, you know, the concealers I did try, but I am wearing a full coverage concealer, and I just want that in a clean formula, but I don't think I'll ever get it. But let me know. I'll try anything in 2021 as far as concealer goes. Let me know what your favorite concealer is in the comments down below. I love a natural full coverage concealer because the dark under eye circles sometimes, you know, they wake up and they're out in full force, so definitely need some coverage there. I think that is all I have for my makeup beauty favorites of 2020. Let me know what your favorites were in the comments down below, and also let me know if we share any favorites as well. I'd love to know what those are. That is all I have for you all today. Thank you so much for spending some time with me, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. Okay, now I had to change my SD card, so I'm probably looking a little bit cooler with this SD card. I wonder why that does that. Anyway, of application, and I'm going to try not to knock them over as well.